All right, this next story, at first I wasn't going to cover it at all. The story is that at an Atlanta Braves game over the weekend at the World Series, Donald Trump participated in the tomahawk chop. Now, the tomahawk chop is this sort of ritual or routine or, I don't know what you want to call it, that is done at the Atlanta Braves baseball games. It also has been done elsewhere. The Exeter Chiefs use the tomahawk chop, but it's quite well known for the Atlanta Braves. And the idea is that it's sort of a chopping motion done with your hand as if you're holding an axe. It's a reference to scalping by Native Americans. And what's problematic about it, every time, sometimes it's like people play really dumb. They go, what's xenophobic or I don't know whether the right word is xenophobic or racist or whatever, but you're essentially portraying as savages Native American peoples in the United States. And of course, the more we learn about Native populations, the more we learn that there was quite a lot here. They had complex societies. They were developing technology. It's just ahistorical, but it's also just really kind of vile. And the story that first started floating around was, oh, Trump does the tomahawk chop. And it's like, yeah, whatever. Trump's an idiot. I'm not going to cover it. But then the storyline became that during that, Melania Trump appears to turn away and look disgusted and kind of roll her eyes at Trump as all of this is going on. And it's again this whole thing of, oh, Melania is being held captive. Melania really hates Trump and all of this sort of thing. For me, the real story is that they were both there doing the tomahawk chop. So let's start with the first video. This is the tomahawk chop taking place, and both Melania and Trump are doing it. If you can't see it, you're not missing that much. It's Trump and Melania doing the tomahawk chop. Take a look. Okay, so it's cringy. It's just gross. Like it's just what the hell is the former president doing? It's crazy that this is even done. That's for me the real story, that Trump participated in that. That was a blip. But then the big story became this moment that I'm playing for you here on repeat, where Melania smiles, and this was either, right before, right after the tomahawk chop. And she then just kind of grimaces and rolls her eyes and turns away. And it's again this whole thing of Melania doesn't like Donald Trump. Is she safe? Is she being held hostage? If she's really that disgusted with Trump, she certainly hasn't shown disgust with the specific ideas and xenophobia and backwards thinking that Trump promulgated and emulated during his presidency. She would show up and talk about a lot of the same things that Donald Trump did when in her rare public appearances. There would be some occasional little apparent disagreement. But for me, the story here is not, oh, Melania's disgusted again and maybe she hates Trump. Maybe she is, and maybe that's true, but she's not acted on it in any real way. For me, the real story is the fact that the president and the former president and the former first lady are doing the tomahawk chop at a baseball game, which is just a horrible, horrible, again, just like a portrayal of unilateral savagery from the very native populations that were decimated by the arriving settlers of what is now the United States. So it's like the prototypical example of the real story being missed, as what was happening was horrifying. Just from Yahoo News, Melania Trump attended a World Series baseball game. Cameras showed her quick pivot from smiling with her husband to turning away and rolling her eyes. Twitter also caught the moment, igniting discussion on the platform. Melania Trump strikes again. It's pretty pathetic. Her strikes have been superficial in nature and meaningless in substance, and that's really the story here. So if you disagree, if you think that her reaction really is the big story versus the fact that they were both participating in the tomahawk chop, let me know. Let me know. I'm open to being convinced, but for me, the real story is the tomahawk chop. One of our sponsors today is Blue Chew, a unique online service delivering the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. And they're giving my audience an entire month's supply for free. So if you think you could benefit from an extra boost of confidence when it's time, all you have to do is take a short quiz on their website. A licensed doctor approves your prescription. The medication comes straight to your home within days in a discreet package. No driving around to the doctor's office or the pharmacy. No waiting around. No awkward conversations with your doctor. All of Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA. The entire process is just a few clicks. Go to bluechew.com. The link is underneath this video. They'll give you an entire month's supply for free when you use the promo code PACMAN. All you have to do is pay $5 shipping.